Chosen one, I want to start here. Most people will never know what you carry. That is not a complaint about the people in your life. It is a statement about the nature of what you carry and the season you carry it in. The things the chosen one holds during the formation are not visible to the outside world. They are not audible in ordinary conversation. They are interior. And because they are interior, the people who love you and are closest to you often cannot see them. But God knows. I want to stay with those two words for a moment before I move into the fullness of what I want to say. Because those two words carry something specific that the chosen one who has been in an extended formation season needs to receive, not just as a spiritual phrase, but as a concrete reality about the actual structure of their experience. God knows what you carry, not in the general sense that God knows all things. In the specific sense that God has direct, complete, detailed access to the interior of what you have been holding, how long you have been holding it, what it has cost you to hold it, the specific moments where the holding was hardest, and what the weight of carrying something that no one else can see has extracted from you across the full length of the formation season. That knowing is not passive. It is not the knowledge of a distant observer who sees the general outline of your situation. It is the active, engaged, fully present knowledge of the one who was with you in every single day of the season. Who was there in the mornings where the weight was heaviest, and in the evenings where faith was thin, and in the specific moments where you had to make the interior decision, one more time, to continue carrying what God placed in you. He was there. He saw it. And what he saw confirmed something that I want to speak to you about directly. He saw the chosen one, not the struggle, not the difficulty, not the weight of the season. He saw you. He saw what you carry and how you carry it and who you are in the act of carrying it. And what he saw is the person he called, prepared, and is now positioning for the thing he placed the call in you for. Let me speak to something about the specific kind of invisibility that the chosen one in the formation season experiences, because I think it is one of the most under-addressed dimensions of the chosen one journey. Invisible carrying produces a specific kind of interior experience. It is not simply that no one knows. It is the daily experience of navigating a world where the most significant thing about your interior life is also the thing that is least visible to the people you interact with. God sees the current, not just the surface, the full depth of what is moving in you below the visible layer, and that seeing is not neutral. It is the seeing of the one who placed the current in you, who designed it for a specific purpose, who knows exactly what it is and where it is going, and what it is producing in you as it runs, and who is actively engaged with it in ways that are not always visible from inside the experience of carrying it. I want to speak to what most people will never know about the chosen one in the formation season, because I think naming it is a form of honoring it. And the chosen one, whose interior experience has been largely invisible to the outside world, deserves to have it named and honored before this message is over. Most people will never know the specific discipline it required to keep carrying the call in the seasons where it produced nothing visible. The daily decision to believe in something that had no external confirmation, the particular quality of faithfulness that shows up not in dramatic moments, but in the ordinary moments where the chosen one continues to hold the interior knowing against the pressure of an exterior world that offers no evidence for it. Most people will never know the specific loneliness of that carrying, not the loneliness of social isolation, the loneliness of being the only person in the room who knows what you know and carries what you carry. The loneliness of sitting across from someone you love and being unable to fully communicate the weight and the nature and the specific shape of what you are holding, not because you lack words, but because the thing itself is not yet visible enough to give words to. Most people will never know the cost of the formation season, the things that were not pursued because the call required a different direction, the years that were invested in something that has not yet visibly returned, the sustained weight of carrying something across a timeline that extended further than you expected, the specific interior toll of holding on when holding on was the most difficult thing available to you. Most people will never know the quality of the faith that the chosen one exercises during the formation season. Because the faith of the formation season is not the faith that is sung about in gathered communities or celebrated in testimony services. It is a quieter, harder, more interior faith. The faith that does not have an audience. The faith that exists in the private moments where the chosen one decides, one more time, that what God placed in them is real, and they are going to continue holding it. God knows that faith. He was the witness of every single moment of it, and the value he places on it is not diminished by the fact that no one else saw it. The faith that the chosen one exercises in private, in the ordinary moments of the formation season, is among the most precious things in the sacred record, and God has seen all of it. All of yours. Most people will never know what you carry. And there is something I want to say about that specifically. The fact that most people will never know is not a failure of communication or a failure of the people in your life. It is the nature of the formation season. The call is kept interior during the formation because the exterior is not yet ready to receive it. The hiddenness is not a deficiency. It is a design feature. The thing that is carried in the interior during the formation season is being shaped for a specific external expression that requires the interior carrying. And the hiddenness is part of what keeps the shaping accurate, which means the invisibility you have experienced during the formation season was not a mistake. It was not a sign that what you carry is not real or not significant. It was the design of the season itself. The call was kept interior so that the interior could complete its formation, and God, who designed that hiddenness, knows exactly what was in it. He saw every hidden day. He honored every unseen act of faithfulness, and he is bringing all of it forward now into the visibility that the arrival season opens. God knows you are the one. That is the declaration I want to place in front of you before we move to the next part of this message. Not that God thinks you might be the one, or that you seem promising as a candidate. He knows. With the completeness of the one who designed the call, placed it in you, shaped you through the formation season, and has been present in every day of the carrying. He knows you are the one who was prepared for what is about to open. He knows it with certainty. And what God knows with certainty is the ground the chosen one stands on. Type known in the comments if this is landing for you. Type known if what I described about the invisible carrying is something you recognize from the inside. Let me go deeper into something about the formation season that I want the chosen one to fully understand, because there is a dimension of what most people will never know that I have not yet named, and it has to do with the specific interior life of the chosen one during the extended formation. The chosen one in the formation season lives in two realities simultaneously. There is the exterior reality of where they currently are, the job, the relationships, the daily circumstances, the visible external situation. And there is the interior reality of what they carry, the call, the vision, the specific knowing of what they were made for. These two realities do not always align, and the sustained experience of inhabiting both simultaneously, of navigating the exterior world while carrying the interior knowing, produces a specific kind of interior richness that the people around the chosen one cannot see. The interior life of the chosen one during the formation season is not impoverished. It is actually among the most active and complex and rich interior experiences available to a human person. the sustained engagement with a call, the constant work of maintaining faith without external confirmation, the daily interior negotiation between the knowing and the not yet, the specific quality of attentiveness that develops when you are watching for God in ordinary circumstances because you know He is present and moving. All of this produces an interior life of extraordinary depth. Most people will never know that richness. They will not see it because it does not express itself visibly in the formation season. It is interior, but it is real, and it is part of what the formation season was building in you. Not just resilience and conviction, the specific quality of interior depth that the assignment that is opening will draw on and express through you. Let me also speak to the people who tried to see what you carry during the formation season, who asked the right questions and listened carefully and wanted to understand. Most of them got a partial version. Not because you withheld it deliberately, but because what you carry is not fully articulable at the interior stage. The fullest expression of what you carry requires the exterior expression that the arrival season opens. But the people who tried to see, who leaned in and listened and honored what they could perceive of what you were carrying, were honoring something real. And they were positioned in your life by God for the formation season you were in. In the arrival season, those same people will see more clearly. The partial thing they honored during the formation will have a more visible form in the arrival. And the honor they gave to the invisible version will be confirmed by the visible version that the arrival season makes possible. I want to dig into something now about the nature of what God knows when He knows you are the one. Because I think the chosen one sometimes hears a declaration like that and receives it in the general sense, as an encouragement, as a warm spiritual affirmation, without fully receiving the specific and structural weight of what it actually means. When God knows you are the one, He is not speaking about your potential. He is not speaking about what you could become with the right opportunities or the right circumstances. He is speaking about what you are now, the version of you that went through the formation season, the version that held the invisible call through the extended months and years of the carrying, the version that made the unseen decisions of faithfulness in the ordinary moments. That version, the one that is present in this moment, is the one God knows you are. God does not want you at arm's length from your own identity. He wants you to receive the full weight of who you are now, in this moment, before the external evidence arrives. Because the arrival of the external evidence does not make you the one. It reveals what God has known since before the formation season began. You were the one before the formation. You are the one in the formation. You will be the one when the arrival season opens. The external evidence does not create the identity. It confirms what was always true. Receive the identity now, not as a performance, not as a declaration that you are special in a self-aggrandizing way, as the simple, factual reception of what God placed in you when He chose you and what the formation season produced in you when it shaped you. You are the one God prepared for what is now opening. That is not an aspiration, it is a present reality, and God wants you to stand in it as a present reality rather than a future possibility. Let me speak to what the formation produced in the chosen one specifically, because I want to name it with precision rather than generality. The formation season is not a generic trial that builds generic character in a generic person. It is a specific construction process that builds specific qualities in a specific person for a specific assignment. And what the formation built in you is not interchangeable with what it built in someone else. It is particular. It is yours. And it is exactly what the specific assignment that is opening for you requires. What did the formation build? It built a particular quality of settled knowing. The chosen one, who carried something invisible for an extended period of time, against the sustained pressure of a world that could not see it, has a quality of interior knowing that cannot be manufactured by a shorter or easier experience. They know what they know without requiring external confirmation to maintain the knowing. That quality, that settled, unshakable interior knowledge that does not need an audience or evidence to remain intact, is one of the most essential qualities the assignment that is opening requires. It built a particular quality of resilience, not the resilience that is performance, the willingness to appear strong in difficult circumstances, the resilience that is simply the trained capacity to continue carrying what God placed in you when the carrying is hard. The chosen one who has sustained the carrying through the full length of the formation season has that capacity in a way that a person who has not been through the formation does not. And the assignment that is opening requires that capacity precisely because it will make demands on the one who carries it that require resilience that is real rather than performed. It built a particular quality of compassion. The chosen one who has been in the formation season, who knows the weight of invisible carrying, who has endured the specific loneliness of carrying something that no one else can see, has access to a level of compassion for others who carry invisible things that cannot be acquired without having carried one. The assignment that is opening for the chosen one will bring them into proximity with people who carry things no one else can see. And the quality of compassion built in the chosen one by the formation season is the specific quality those people need. It built a particular depth of wisdom. The chosen one who carried something through the formation season did not only endure, they learned. They developed a particular quality of wisdom about the nature of the chosen one journey, about the structure of formation seasons, about the way God works in hiddenness and silence and extended waiting. That wisdom is not theoretical, it is experiential. And the assignment that is opening is an assignment that requires wisdom that has been earned in exactly this way. Let me speak to one more dimension of what God sees when He looks at the chosen one in this moment, because I want to speak to something that the chosen one sometimes finds difficult to receive. God sees your faithfulness as something precious, not as your moral obligation, not as the expected output of a person who claims to believe, as something He genuinely values and honors. The chosen one sometimes struggles to receive the idea that their ordinary faithfulness, the daily decisions to continue in the formation season without dramatic evidence or visible reward, is something God finds precious. It can feel like ordinary faithfulness is just the baseline, just what you are supposed to do. It is not just the baseline. It is among the most significant things the chosen one offers in the formation season. The faithfulness that sustains through the extended ordinary, through the days where there is nothing dramatic happening and the chosen one simply continues because they continue, is a form of faithfulness that God honors with specific attention. He does not take it for granted. He does not receive it as obligatory. He receives it as the offering it is. And He honors the chosen one who offered it. Most people will never know what you carry, but God knows you are the one. And in that knowing, everything about the formation season, every unseen day, every invisible decision, every private moment of faithfulness is fully seen and fully honored. Let me speak to a specific dimension of the identity that God declares when He knows you are the one, because the identity of the chosen one is not only about what they do, or what they produce, or what they accomplish. It is about who they are in the carrying. The chosen one who carried something invisible through the formation season is not defined only by what they carried. They are defined by who they were in the act of carrying it, and God sees that with complete clarity. He sees the chosen one who held the call with dignity when no one else could see it. The chosen one who maintained the interior conviction without needing external validation. The chosen one who served faithfully in the present reality while holding the future calling that had not yet arrived. The chosen one, who gave generously from what they had, while the fullness of what they were called to was still in formation. That person, the one who was all of those things in the formation season without an audience and without external reward, is the one God declares as the one. And the declaration is not only about what you will do in the arrival season, it is about who you have been throughout the whole journey. The whole journey, including the parts most people will never know. I want to speak to the chosen one who has received this declaration before and has received it more easily in the excitement of a particular moment than in the ordinary days of the formation season. The chosen one who felt the full weight of being the one in a powerful worship experience or at the end of a significant message and then returned to the ordinary day and found the declaration harder to hold. That experience is not weakness. It is the experience of a declaration that is asking to become foundational rather than momentary. The declaration God makes over the chosen one is not designed to produce momentary experiences of identity. It is designed to become the ground the chosen one stands on continuously. And the work of moving from momentary reception to foundational standing is exactly the work that the formation season facilitates through its ordinary days. The ordinary days of the formation season, the days where there is nothing dramatic and the chosen one simply continues carrying what God placed in them, are the days where the declaration most deeply becomes foundational. Because, in those days, the declaration is not carried by the energy of a moment, it is carried by the settled, unshakable, knowing that this is simply true. God knows you are the one, not just in the powerful moments, in all of the ordinary ones too. There is a dimension of what I have been speaking about that I want to connect to something specific now. I have been talking about the invisible carrying, about what most people will never know, about what God sees, and I want to bring in something that speaks to a very specific aspect of what the formation season has produced in the chosen one. The formation season is not only a spiritual experience. There is a cognitive dimension to it that I want to name with care, because it is often the dimension that the chosen one least fully understands about their own experience during the season. When a person carries something invisible for an extended period of time, when they sustain the interior weight of a call without external confirmation across months and years, when they maintain faith against the pressure of a world that cannot see what they see, a specific thing happens to their cognitive experience. The sustained, low-level pressure of holding something unresolved produces a particular kind of mental heaviness, a narrowing. The chosen one in the formation season often experiences this as a sense that their mind is not quite operating at the level they know it is capable of. The creative clarity that was once more accessible becomes intermittent. The quality of insight that used to flow becomes something that requires more effort to reach. The specific ease of original thinking that characterized earlier seasons becomes less available. And the chosen one attributes this to the general weight of the season without always understanding that it has a specific physiological basis. In 1981, research that won the Nobel Prize in Physiology documented something precise about this. A scientist named Roger Sperry spent years studying the communication between the two hemispheres of the human brain. What he found is that the brain at its peak function operates as a fully integrated whole, both hemispheres communicating in a specific pattern that produces a quality of thinking, creating, perceiving, and receiving that is fundamentally different from what most adults experience in their ordinary cognitive life. 98% of children test at the level of genius in this integrated function. By adulthood, fewer than 2% still access it consistently. The sustained weight of the formation season compounds this. The low-level, unresolved pressure of carrying something invisible disrupts the pattern of cross-hemisphere integration that this research identified. And the result is the specific cognitive experience that the chosen one in the formation season recognizes when I name it: the narrowing, the heaviness, the intermittent quality of the clarity that should be more consistently available. I want to speak to why this matters now specifically, because what I am going to describe is not only a cognitive tool, it is a tool that the chosen one who is moving from the formation season into what is opening next needs in order to receive the arrival at full capacity. God knows what you carry. God knows you are the one. And God also knows that the formation season left a specific cognitive residue that the chosen one does not need to carry into the arrival season. The clarity that was narrowed can be restored, and the restoration of it is part of what makes the arrival season possible at its full scope. A woman from outside Atlanta reached out after finding a message similar to this one. She described what she called 7 years of carrying something she could not explain, a calling that was real and specific in the interior, but had produced nothing visible in the exterior. And she described the cognitive dimension of those 7 years with accuracy, the creative heaviness, the intermittent quality of her thinking, the sense that she was not operating at the level she was capable of. She said she started using something 8 minutes a day, headphones, eyes closed, and what she described over the following 2 weeks was a gradual but unmistakable restoration of something. Not a new quality that had never been there. The original quality. The clarity that had been present before the formation season accumulated its weight. She said the word restored 3 times in what she wrote. Not improved, not enhanced, restored. A man from Ohio described something similar. He said that throughout the later years of his formation season, his connection with God in prayer had become effortful in a way that it had not been at the beginning of his journey. He could still connect, but the ease was gone. The channel felt narrower. He said that after 30 days of using the same tool, that quality of ease returned. He said it felt like a compression that had been building for years was released. What they both used is something built by a team led by Dr. Daniel Barone, a neurologist practicing in New York City. He spent years researching the specific mechanism by which the cross-hemisphere integration that the Nobel Prize research documented is disrupted by sustained cognitive load and how it can be restored. What he built is not a brainwave product, not a frequency therapy, not a meditation application. Those distinctions matter. It is neural sync technology, an audio delivery system that directly targets the specific pattern of integration. They call it the genius switch. 8 minutes a day, headphones on, eyes closed. What returns is not manufactured clarity. It is the restored capacity of a mind that was always designed to operate at a higher level of integration than the formation season allowed it to. The genius switch is not for everyone. It is for the chosen one who recognizes the cognitive experience I described, who has felt the narrowing and the heaviness and the intermittent quality of their clearest thinking, who is about to step into what God has prepared and wants to do so with every capacity at the level the assignment requires. Dr. Barone reduced the price significantly from the professional consultation level. The anchor was $500. The listed price is $49. On the page today, for the chosen one who finds this message, it is $39. 4 free bonuses included: a morning clarity protocol, a guided visualization audio, a breakthrough journal framework, a recovery sleep sequence, and a complete unconditional money-back guarantee. There are products that use similar language: neural enhancement, brainwave technology, cognitive optimization tools. The genius switch is not in that category. It is built on the specific science of the Nobel Prize research on cross-hemisphere integration, applied through a delivery system that Dr. Barone developed specifically for this mechanism. If your spirit confirms it, the link is in the description and the pinned comment. Type clear in the comments if the cognitive dimension I described, the heaviness, the narrowing, the intermittent quality of your clearest thinking, is something you recognized in your own formation season experience. Let me say why this information belongs in this message about what most people will never know. Because the chosen one, who is about to move into what God has prepared, deserves to receive it at full capacity. Not just spiritually ready, cognitively ready. The arrival season will make specific demands on the creativity, the clarity, the receptive capacity, the quality of thinking of the chosen one who walks into it. God knows you are the one, and He wants the one to enter what is opening equipped in every dimension. What most people will never know about you includes this. They will not know the cognitive cost of the formation season. They will not know the specific weight that the invisible carrying placed on your thinking. But God knows, and He positioned this information in your path in this message because He wants you to have access to what addresses it. That is the kind of God who knows you are the one, specific, attentive, fully engaged with every dimension of your readiness for what He prepared. Let me speak to one more dimension of what I want to say about the cognitive experience of the formation season before we move into the closing of this message, because I named the heaviness and the narrowing and the intermittent quality of clarity, and I want to speak to what happens to those things in the arrival season. It is not. The cognitive weight of the formation season is a seasonal condition, and the arrival season, with the specific shift in the nature of what the chosen one is carrying, naturally begins to address it. The sustained, unresolved pressure that produced the narrowing is being resolved. The answer to the thing that was held open is beginning to arrive. And as it does, the specific pattern of disruption that produced the cognitive heaviness begins to restore. The chosen one, who enters the arrival season with restored cognitive capacity, is not only more clear in their thinking, they are more able to receive the specific insights and connections and creative perceptions that the assignment that is opening will require. The arrival season will make demands on the clarity of the chosen one in specific ways, the decisions they will need to make, the connections they will need to perceive, the creative capacity they will need to bring to the assignment. All of it is supported by the cognitive restoration that the genius switch facilitates. God knows what you carry, and part of what He knows is that you need this, not just the spiritual dimension of the restoration, the cognitive dimension. He positioned this information in this message because He is attentive to every dimension of the chosen one readiness for what is coming. Chosen one, we are in the sacred space now. The place in this message where everything I have built comes together in a single moment of release and declaration. And before I enter the releasing, I want to name what I am grateful for with the same care I named everything else. I am grateful that you stayed with this message. I am grateful that the word reached you. I am grateful for the chosen one who has been carrying something that most people will never know, who found a message that named it, and who stayed to receive what the naming was meant to release. I am grateful for the formation season, not because the difficulty was good in itself, because of what it produced. The version of you that is in this moment, having carried the invisible thing through the full length of the formation, is different from the version that began the journey. More complete, more settled, more specifically equipped for what the assignment that is now opening requires. The formation was not punishment, it was construction. And what was constructed is the specific person that God knew you would become when He placed the call in you. You are alive, you are here, and most people will never know what it took for you to be here, in this moment. Having carried what you carried through the season you carried it through, God knows. And I want to honor it before we move into the releasing. Now, I release you. I release you from the weight of the invisibility, from the specific toll of having carried something real and significant in a season where the people around you could not see it. That invisibility was not a sign that what you carry is not real. It is a design feature of the formation season. The most significant things are carried in the interior before they are expressed in the exterior. And I release you from the interior compression of invisibility. What was hidden is about to become visible, not all at once, but steadily, in the way that God reveals the chosen one when the season shifts. I release you from every moment in the formation season where you felt the specific weight of being the only person in the room who carried what you carry. The specific loneliness of that. The specific discipline it took to continue carrying it without the relief of being fully known by the people around you. I release you from that weight now. You are known by God, fully, completely, without qualification, and that knowing is sufficient ground for the chosen one who is about to step into what is opening. I release you from every incomplete explanation you have given to someone who asked about the call you carry. The moments where you tried to put into words something that was not yet ready for words, and the words came out smaller than the thing itself. Those moments of inadequate expression were not failures of articulation. They were evidence that what you carry was being held in the interior for the reason the interior is designed to hold things, to shape them for their fullest external expression. The expression that is coming will not be inadequate. It will be the fully formed version of what was incompletely expressed in those moments. I release you from the need to justify the length of the formation season to anyone, to explain why it took as long as it did, to defend the timeline against the questions of people who measured it against a timeline they thought was more appropriate. The timeline of the formation season is not owed an explanation. It was the specific length, and it was for specific reasons that God oversaw and that produced what needed to be produced in you. The formation was not slow, it was thorough, and the thoroughness is exactly what the scope of what is opening requires. I release you from carrying the weight of what most people will never know as a private grief. There has been a form of quiet grief in the invisibility of the formation season, in the fact that the most significant thing happening in your life was the thing least visible to the people around you. I release you from that grief now. The arrival season will make visible, gradually and then unmistakably, what the formation season held in the interior. The people who could not see it will see it, not because they need to see it for the thing to be real, but because the thing was always meant for expression, and the season of expression has arrived. I release you from the cognitive weight that the formation season placed on your thinking, the heaviness, the narrowing, the intermittent quality of the clarity you are capable of. I release you from carrying that as a permanent characteristic. It is a seasonal condition. The season is changing, and with the tools God has positioned in your path, the restoration of your full cognitive capacity is not a future hope. It is an available present reality. Now, I declare, you are the one God knows, not as a future possibility, as a present reality, the one who was prepared, shaped, formed, refined, and equipped through the full length of the formation season for the specific assignment that is now opening. God does not say, you are the one tentatively. He says it with the certainty of the one who designed the call, oversaw the formation, and knows exactly what the formation produced. You are the one. Full stop. No qualification. No condition. No waiting for the external evidence to confirm what God already declared. You carry something that most people will never fully see or understand, and that is not a limitation. It is the nature of what you carry. The chosen one does not carry something ordinary. They carry something specific, significant, and shaped for a particular expression that most of the world does not yet have the frame to receive. When it comes into expression, the frame will form around it. Because the thing you carry is the kind of thing that creates its own context for being received. You are equipped for this, for what is opening, for the specific assignment that required the specific formation that you went through. The formation did not almost prepare you. It completed the preparation. And what you carry now, the original call plus the person the formation produced, is exactly what the assignment requires. Walk into it. Walk into it with the full knowledge that God knows you are the one, that the one He knows you to be is the one He prepared for exactly what is opening, that the formation was not too long. It was exactly the right length, and what it produced is exactly right for what is next. And so it is. Amen. Type "I am the one" in the comments, not in arrogance, in alignment with what God declared over you in this message. Gently press the like. The chosen one who found something real here honors what God moved through. Subscribe so the next word finds you directly, and the link is in the description and the pinned comment. If what I described about the cognitive weight of the formation season resonated, the genius switch is there. $39. 8 minutes a day. The restoration of the clarity the formation season narrowed. The link is there for the chosen one who wants to walk into what is opening at full capacity. God knows you are the one. Most people will never know what you carry, but God knows. And what God knows is the only knowledge that governs the arc of the chosen one. You are the one. Walk in it. Someone in this message is right at the place where receiving this declaration fully feels like the last thing they have permission to do, where the weight of what was hidden has produced a habit of not fully believing the declaration. To that person, I want to say this directly. The permission is not something you earn by waiting a little longer. The permission is what this message is. God made sure this word reached you. He knows you are the one. Receive the declaration. It is the ground you stand on. Share this with one person today who is in the formation season and needs to hear that God sees what they carry and knows they are the one. You know who they are. Send this to them. It will reach them in time. I also want to speak to what it means for the chosen one to walk into what is next fully known. Because there is something about moving from the formation season into the arrival season while being fully known by God that is different from moving forward in any other context. The chosen one who moves into the arrival season knows that they are not stepping into the unknown with a God who is watching from a distance and hoping it goes well. They are stepping into something that God designed, prepared, and is actively engaged in. He is not an observer of what is next. He is the architect and the chosen one who knows that God knows them, who knows that the God who knows them is the same God who designed what is opening, walks into the arrival season with a confidence that is not self-generated. It is God-grounded. That confidence is not arrogance. It is alignment. The chosen one who is aligned with what God designed and knows that God knows them fully and declared them to be the one for it, operates from a different interior posture than the one who is hoping they are adequate for what is in front of them. They are not hoping. They are knowing, the same settled, unshakable knowing that characterized their faithfulness in the formation season now characterizes their movement in the arrival season. Walk in that knowing, not as a performance of confidence, as the simple, factual expression of what you know to be true. God knows you are the one He prepared, the one He equipped, the one He is walking with into what is opening. And the arrival season is not the place where you prove you are the one, It is the place where the one God always knew you were walks into the full expression of what that identity makes possible. Let me say one final thing about what most people will never know. They will not know it in the formation season. But in the arrival season, as what you carry comes into expression, something will become visible that was invisible before. The specific quality of what the formation produced. The depth of the settled knowing. The resilience that does not perform itself. The compassion that was forged in the invisible carrying. These things will be visible in the expression of the assignment. And the people who encounter them will encounter something that has a quality and a depth and a groundedness that they cannot fully account for from what they can see. What they cannot account for is the formation season, the years of invisible carrying, the hidden faithfulness, the specific thing God was building in you through the whole length of the formation. They will see the expression without seeing the root. But you will know the root, and God knows the root. And that knowing, shared between you and God, is the specific ground the chosen one stands on as they step into the full expression of everything the formation prepared them for.